Right, it's just gone 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm today taking on a new challenge. I'm going to have a go at the UK Police Force's selection and annual fitness test. So let's see how I get on. So let's go. The test is 10 minutes long in total. And what we need to do is we need to up to 10.4 kilometers an hour. And every 2 minutes, so I'm up to 10.4 now, every 2 minutes the angle of treadmill's got to increase by 2 degrees. So the max you get up to is 8 degrees effectively. And this is the alternative police fitness test to the more normal Bleep test. And the reason I've decided to do this one is because actually on paper it looks a little bit tricky, a little bit more difficult. The Bleep test for the police now is you only have to get up to level 5.4 and it takes 3 3/4 minutes to get there, 3 minutes 45 seconds to get there. The maximum speed on the UK Bleep test for police force now is 9.9 k an hour. This test is a steady 10.4 k, and as I said, the treadmill incline increases every 2 minutes. So to me, I think this one really is a more difficult test. Let's see how we get on though. Less talking, more running. Okay, so I'm halfway through. Just starting to get a little bit warm now, to be honest. So far so good. Not particularly taxing, but of course we've still got another 5.5 minutes to go and we're only on 4 degrees, so let's keep pushing it on. See how this test starts to feel soon. See if it gets a bit more difficult, if it ramps up when the angle ramps up. Last minute now. 8 degree incline, 10.4 kilometers an hour, 42 seconds to go. Almost there. About 10 seconds, final bit to go. Final little push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All done. All done. I'll give you my verdicts in a couple of minutes, but as you can tell, I'm not overly out of breath. So before I do my conclusion, I just want to say I've got massive respect for the police. I think they do a really flipping hard job for very, very little praise, and I think they kind of demonise a little bit in certain parts of society and certain bits of the media. But anyway, this is my conclusions on their fitness test. So all done. Didn't take very long to recover. In all honesty, it was easier than I was expecting it to be. I think my heart rate averaged 130 in the end, so not really particularly working, just sort of low, very much a low tempo sort of area for my heart. It's probably fair to say that the police is, I'm a big fan of the police, so I'm going to say that first and foremost, but their tests have changed quite significantly over the last few years. In the 90s it used to be an army fitness test, effectively 1.5 mile running in the 12 minutes, press-ups and sit-ups and things like that. Then in the 90s it changed to being, I think it was the 90s, changed to being a Bleep test. You had to get to level 8.1. Again, there were still press-ups, chin-ups, sit-ups expected of you. That then decreased, they got rid of the upper body bit for being a dynamo machine where you had to be able to row 35 kilos, bench press 35 kilos, and that got reduced again to this level now, where the equivalent to that in a Bleep test is getting to level 5.4, I think it is. Like I said, it's 3 minutes 34 seconds or 3 minutes 45 seconds to complete it, and no upper body tests at all, nothing. It's just the run, and I don't know if that test is fit for purpose. If that's the level of fitness test you need to be in the police, then I think the standards must have slipped, must be dipping from where you were, particularly in the 80s. You know, 1.5 mile run in 12 minutes, 8-minute mile is a decent pace. So I don't know. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe people can comment, let me know that there's other tests out there that the police have to do. But that's all I could find that you need to do, and I don't know. It seems a little bit too easy. But anyway, I've got more tests coming up. That's a relatively easy one because I've got an ultramarathon coming up in 2 weeks' time. But after that, I'm going to be taking on some of the SF World Selection tests, so that'll be definitely harder, a lot longer than that as well. But that was a nice little introduction to a test anyway. That was the UK Police Force test. Relatively easy, but get out there and have a go yourself. Tell me how you got on. Alright guys, take care.